Hey guys and girls, Tommy Afsekov here, and this time I decided to, I was planning to make a review for you. But I decided, instead of searching, there's a product might review for tomorrow, but I decided I will instead show some goodwill, you know what I'm saying, and provide some great value for absolutely no cost to help you online with your adventures. And what I want to do is I want to share with you my 2016 game plan on how I plan to make money on 2016 and add an extra six figures to my business, plus three effective ways to make money in 2016, all for free. Now, I was planning to sell this at the end of the year for $47 a piece. So it's a mind map plus this training. But I'm not going to sell it. Instead, I'm going to give it to you for absolutely no cost. Okay, this is one-time thing. Just trying to show some goodwill out there in between reviews. It's consider it an early Christmas gift. So let's begin. Okay, there's no time to waste. It's all about the value. I don't want this to be longer than it is. Okay, now please take notes. This is not a PowerPoint presentation. It is a mind map. This means there will be more talking than what's on the screen, so take notes. And yeah, we'll be covering a lot of subjects here. Okay, so what are we going to cover? We're going to cover my plan to make an additional six figures in 2016 and three effective ways to make money in 2016. We're going to cover the why I choose that specific business model, why it's going to work, what I'm going to do, and who's going to help me achieve that. Okay, let's begin with a warm-up, which is the three effective ways to make money in 2016, ways that even you can use regardless of your skills. Okay, so number one is reviews. Now, as you know, I started doing reviews recently, about 2 months, something like that. And yeah, guys, I'm making less money doing reviews. Less than I made when I was just promoting products. So why do I continue doing this? Two reasons. Goodwill, really, it feels better that I'm helping people. And two, I know for the long term, it might not be more profitable, but I will be able to depend on this income for longer. Okay, so by doing reviews, you will be creating. Okay, now I suggest you to do reviews regardless of your skills. By doing reviews, you will be creating those review videos as videos, okay, and host them on either a blog or a review page, which is also a bonus page in many promotions. A creator I do highly recommend to use to create these pages is Insta Builder, okay? Really great, really simple. The graphics are awesome, really fast, and the pages load fast, okay? Now, why do reviews work? By the way, if you need a link for InstaBuilder, search it on Google. If you, want to buy through my affiliate link or something, I don't have it here, but if you want to, just hit me up and I'll send you that, okay? So, why reviews work so well today? Trust, conversions, and branding. Nowadays, it's not like it was 5 years ago and even 10 years ago. People were less less aware of this whole marketing process. So it was easier to build trust. People would buy for higher prices easier, but there was less competition, which means less people and less bottom line profit, right? And less piece of the pie. Less pie, okay, piece of the pie is the same, but less pie for everyone. And today, people got burned actually. People were scammed. I was scammed. You were scammed. I imagine, just a lucky guess, but I know that 95% of people on my list were scammed. And trust is extremely hard to build today, but it's one of the most valuable assets you can have on your internet marketing business. And it's trust with your audience. Obviously, conversions increase because of the trust, because of you send more qualified clicks to the offer. And branding, you are giving yourself a name of someone who delivers or over delivers and helps people. rather than just being just that guy who promotes something. And we don't want to be that guy, right? Not anymore. Maybe 5 years ago, yeah, not today. So our objective with reviews is to filter traffic, right? Instead of sending lots and lots of clicks, you want to filter traffic and send only high quality clicks, which means higher EPCs. Get on the radars of other product vendors because of your EPCs and because of your promotions, okay? Because you get money, you get the money in leads. And number 3, build a reliable business that you can use for the long term. So what I mean by getting on radars is that when you promote with reviews, take for example Mike Formain, he started this like 3 years ago, something like that, and he didn't launch his product at all. He didn't launch any product. So what he did basically was doing reviews and getting people paid. And then when he first launched his product, he made it like a super launch, he sold 3,500 copies on his first launch. So obviously impressive. And the reason is because he got on their radars, because he was promoting using reviews and he didn't have any skills, any product. He was just doing interviews and reviews. Okay, he was providing value. So review page elements that you want to have on your review page. So if it's a blog, you can watch my blog and see how it's done. But if it's not a blog, if it's a direct review page, here are the elements, and this is the order they should be done. Okay, a headline that focuses on the benefit, a headline that will draw their attention, that will be interesting. Okay, this is the most important part of the page. Then video. Okay, obviously you want to have the review video there. Then a call to action with the bonuses or whatever, or basically the call to action link. And then a text review. Now, why a text review if you have a full review on video? For the simple reason that it will rank better on search engines. When you have text, search engines love that. Okay, so it will rank better. Then bonuses. Any bonuses that you have to provide, simply put them here. And then another call to action. This is how your review page should be done. Okay. Then we're getting to the traffic part. How to generate traffic to those reviews. Pretty simple, guys. Traffic is not as complicated as you think, especially not free traffic. Paid traffic is slightly more, it's less work, but it's a lot more money, and it's a lot more complicated because of the targeting. But for free traffic, social media, niche forums, and list traffic is the easiest way to send traffic to a blog or to a review page. What I see a lot of people doing this successfully is they create some kind of review, right? Blog or review page, something of high quality, and what they do is simply post this on their wall, and that's it. They post this on the wall, and you got all these intermarketing friends, and they share it with other people, and slowly, in a snowball effect, you will build your presence out there online. And then niche forums is the same, going to the warrior forum and doing the same thing. Or list, if you have even a small list of only 100, 200 subscribers, it's a great place to send them. Okay, just send them to the review page, especially if the list is related. Okay, so reviews is a great way to make money in 2016, and it's going to be more effective next year for the simple reason that trust. Okay, trust is crucial, and it's going to be extremely effective in 2016. Okay. Services, way number 2, and this is also a very effective way to make money in 2016. Very simple idea and execution. You offer a page created for someone at a certain price, okay? And you use the software to create it. What software? Well, Optimize Press 2.0 or InstaBuilder, okay? These two create beautiful pages really quickly. Now, you gotta think about what these people who are the clients, what do they have in common? What are they searching for? Obviously, they can go ahead and simply buy InstaBuilder and Optimize Press 2.0 for like $100, $200, $300, and that's it. And they can create pages for life. So what can you provide that they cannot do? So obviously, the fact that you are creating pages for them for cheap and don't need to buy InstaBuilder and all those are already an advantage. But what you also can do is to create pages based on the correct elements. Okay, let's say you offer people review pages. Okay, simply create nice, cool looking review pages. You can find those people on Fiverr. There are plenty of people who are searching for bonus and review pages to be created for them for cheap. Create a review page, put the elements the way I taught you there. Okay, ask them for the offer, for whatever the offer is. It will take you about 20-30 minutes to create, no longer, and you can charge them literally, let's say $5 for the creation, $5 for the download or whatever, and an extra $10-20 for the correct elements to be in the page, and that will be custom tailored to the offer they are promoting. So you're also already making about $40-50 per half an hour of work. This is obviously can be done faster. You can charge more. It all depends on you. Okay, I'm not doing services right now, but I do know what works today. I have tons of friends who are doing stuff on Fiverr, and it seems that the most effective way to make money on Fiverr, basically on these sites where you provide work for kind of cheap, is to find something that is easy to deliver, something that is quick to deliver and cheap to deliver, so that you will always be on top. And this is a great way to do that, because these two builders are beautiful builders, and if you have the right elements on the page, you can simply provide services. And also be creative what you can provide for them with these services on the pages or solo ads. Be creative a little bit. Services will be very powerful next year, but you have to focus on, with services, you have to focus on something that is quick to create, easy to create, and is cheap to create, so that you won't have any overload. Okay, and you can easily create and quickly portfolios, which will boost your presence with these builders. Here are trickier parts, right? Finding clients, platforms to use to find those clients or to sell your services, how much to charge, and delivery in PHP only format. I don't remember why I wrote that. I'll remember in a second. But basically, finding someone is kind of tricky. If you go to Fiverr, you can simply, very easily create your gig there and start selling. The issue is, however, ranking. There is a lot of competition at Fiverr, so what I would do is obviously focus on the branding, which is creating the portfolio and everything and all that stuff. But to get ranking, I would go and post your gigs again on social media, on Facebook, to your friends. Offer it for free for a while, right? Get your presence out there. Do what big businesses do. Just look at what big businesses do, and you'll see this is how it's done. Okay, basically, just give some for free and get your ass out there. Get your presence out there. People will see you. They will hear you, and slowly, as in any business, it will be snowball effect, but it will grow pretty fast, and then you can start basically getting clients on autopilot. Platform to use: Fiverr. Okay, how much to charge? Very simple. You just gotta charge about $5 there, but you can be very smart, as I said before. Charge $5 for this simple page, and $5 for, I don't know, downloadable version, and then an extra $10 or $20 for the right elements, or like $10 for the right elements on the page, and another $10 for it to be a what is the name? An extra $10 for the content in that page to be custom tailored to their offer. Okay, even $20 you can charge for that. So this adds up to a nice $30, $40, $50, depending how you charge that. And just for really short amount of work, because you can ask them everything. Okay, now obviously I'm not an expert in this. I'm giving you my insight from my experience with other people, with what I do and what I don't do, and know from other products and other people. So I can't really be your coach in this, but this should give you a really great insight on what can be done and how to do that, okay? Way number 3 is funneling. Okay, so by funneling, by funneling, you will be required to invest more than the other 2 methods, okay? Because you will need to invest on a hosting. You gotta have hosting. You gotta have to invest in an autoresponder. Now, a cheap, very powerful hosting I use is DigitalOcean, but it's very technically complicated. You gotta hire someone that understands all these stuff and to basically be your developer. Still cheap, but it's more for launches, right? Or for sites that will get a lot of traffic. But if you want like in baby hosting, you can go to HostGator. People always complain about HostGator. I have had really bad experiences with them as an affiliate. As a customer, maybe a little bit, but nothing too bad. I still recommend them as your basic hosting for basic websites. You can begin with like 1 cent and then $2-3 per month, $4-5 per month, something very small. Okay, and another one is autoresponder. I do recommend Aweber because it's pretty expensive actually, but you can start with $1 trial or free trial, something like that, for the first 30 days. Plus, it's got really nice delivery, nice interface. It's easy to use, and it's pretty moderate in the price. It's pretty fine. It's not too expensive, not too cheap. It's pretty fine. I do recommend that. I've been using Aweber and GetResponse for the past few years, and I started with Aweber, moved to GetResponse, and I returned back to Aweber because it is just better. GetResponse, they suck. They're so bad. They're such a bad autoresponder. I have no idea what I was doing there. Really bad delivery and hidden charges and whatever you want. Okay, you'll be in GetResponse. Copywriter. You gotta invest in a copywriter in this method. Not necessarily, but smart if you do. If you can't, simply look at other pages and see what they do and use their structure. No design. No design. If you have InstaBuilder and all that stuff, you don't need any design at all, because again, these build really simple. They design very quickly, and pay traffic optional for the funneling. Now, by funneling, what I mean is you will build automated profit pooling funnels, okay? And you will optimize them for maximum profit and leads as you generate traffic. So here's how that funnel will work. Visitors from paid traffic or free traffic. Paid traffic, obviously we know Bing ads, Facebook ads, banner ads. What other paid traffic sources we have? Media buys, solo ads. We got all sorts of paid traffic methods. So if you are kind of not really familiar with paid traffic, then you will want to go for free traffic. But again, for funnels, you will eventually have to go for paid traffic. You won't be able to scale with free traffic. It will be you will just, with this method, eventually you will have to go for paid traffic. But if you have a proper funnel in place, then you have nothing to worry about, because the point is to make money right when traffic comes, or a few days after the traffic comes into your funnel. So visitors to a squeeze page / bridge page / lead gen page, and from there, assuming that people subscribe, you can go for a soft sell, okay, which is a thank you page, which is plus monetized, which is just a basic thank you page where you give them what you promised them in the bridge page, lead page, squeeze page. Plus you like soft sell them, you give them something that will benefit them, paid, obviously paid, an affiliate product or something that will upgrade, make it feel easier, faster, and it should be strongly related to that thank you page, to whatever it is on the thank you page. That will be a soft sell, and then you keep following up in a soft manner about that offer, or you mix some offers inside, and you and in this, when you do this, you basically build a relationship and get paid. Now you won't be paid for as much as you would be in a hard sell. However, you will be building a long-term business, and you will be providing a lot of value and still getting paid, okay, over the long term especially. Or hard sell, okay, which is directly to sales page, but it has to be strongly related. It has to have the right copy inside, and after that you can follow up mixed. When you one email is value, the other one is scarcity for the offer. Then the other is value, and then another one is a free gift, and then another one after that is again to the sales page. So this is where you mix those up, okay? And the whole idea of this funnel is basically to send the visitor through the funnel. And let's say you buy 100, let's take Silhouette for example, you buy 100 clicks for $50. I don't know what the price is today for Silhouettes, but $50 for 100 clicks. Now you send this to your page, and you want that by the end of the funnel, you want to make those $50 back or close to those $50 back. So whatever it is you make after that from the list, it will be profit. And what this means is that you can scale. And if this works for you, you can scale. You can buy 100,000 clicks for $50,000. So it's scary, but $50,000, you make them back. You have tons and tons of subscribers, and then all that list is simply profits for free with no investment other than that. Okay, so you can do whatever you want with them. And if you're a smart email marketer, then you monetize them properly, especially with reviews, right? Or you sell them services, whatever it is, whatever your niche is. So this is smart, but you do have, as you can see, if you want to get 100,000 clicks, 50,000 clicks, 10,000 clicks, you're gonna have to use paid traffic for that, okay? So this is 3 effective ways to make money in 2016. I really hope you enjoy that. Now let's take a look at how I'll make an extra 6 figures in 2016 using a new business model, and how I'm planning to do that, and why I suggest you start getting interested in that as well, okay? First things first. Understanding internet marketing trends, okay? These trends, okay, online are often started by industry leaders like Justin Brooke, Donald Wilson. Back in the day was Frank Kern, Alex Becker, Chris Record actually lately, but people who are making a lot of money and basically are doing those big launches, and share a lot of free content about something that they're having success with. These people are usually industry leaders, and they basically, how it works is trends are often started by those industry leaders, noticed by product launchers, who then go ahead and release products and extend and expand and find angles and whatnot, and then it gets saturated by small vendors and killed by zombie customers. So let's give you an example about the video trend of how it works, okay? Video marketing 2013-2016. Started by someone. I don't know who started it. Someone brought the video trend so much to the online. It wasn't a software, but someone started it. And I remember it was a huge trend, and it came just out of nowhere. Suddenly it wasn't, there was nobody was prepared for that, it just started. It was noticed by Todd Groves and his friends. These people who then became the video industry leaders, at least in the launch space, okay? So it was noticed and launched by Todd Groves, who made like those $1 million video launches. Video Maker Effects sold over $2 million. It was a massive, huge launch, still the #1 top selling product in JVZoo for the past year and a half. And what this basically means is that after it was started by someone, big people started launching about it, and it was noticed by them, and they took advantage of that and sold millions of dollars. Then small vendors, those who are unable to sell properly, started releasing cheap, half-assed, and lazy video softwares and products to cash in on the trend because video is hot. Specifically, video ranking and video optimization. Those were the most saturated out there. So they start ruining the industry by releasing a lot more products, small products that don't sell really well, that scam people, that are half-assed, and they saturated. And this is at this point, okay, this trend is starting to decline, but not completely. It still can be saved. But then lots and lots of unaware zombie customers, I call them, do the same thing, and are taught and saturate a certain method which triggers a strong counterattack reaction from the big corporation, which is Facebook and YouTube. So basically what this means is these methods, these loopholes in the video niche and everything, optimization and ranking, they get so saturated, and instead of following the basic, they now sell you all these loopholes. And then you get no millions, but hundreds of thousands of customers, just like you and me, just people who buy these methods, take action, oversaturate this loophole. YouTube and Google and all those, Facebook and everyone, they notice this loophole. It is not good. They do not like it. It crosses terms of service. It's gray area, whatever, and they start to change their algorithms and their terms, and then that's when things start to go to hell, and it all happens because of these. Okay, so this is fine, but this part, the small vendors releasing cheap, half-assed, they are, in my opinion, the worst. Basically, they are the ones who destroyed the trend completely. However, this is how the trend works, and we all know we have a start of the trend, a mid-trend, and end of the trend, and this is how the video trend got declined, but it started really, really strong. So now that you understand marketing trends, you gotta understand today's trend. Today's trend is e-commerce. Started in 2013 or 14 by several big guys, mainly Teespring and Amazon, right? You have this amazing sales formula or something like that, which is sold for $5,000, and you got on the other side the Teespring guys. It was Chris Blair and Donald Wilson, really some big guys. It was noticed, okay, it was started then. People were making a lot of money with it. But then in 2015, big product launchers such as Devin Zender and the owner of Shopify Store Pro, they took advantage of this trend and basically made it blow up here in 2015 with their launches: Ecom Experts Academy, Ecom Premier Academy, Shopify Store Pro, Ecom Empires, and all that, and all those people, and they made it blow up. Okay, so now we know we're in the part of the trend right now where people are still releasing those successful big products. This means we're getting into the part where people are where the small vendors are only starting to think about releasing all those products. Okay, so this is how it's going to go. We know that the next step in 2016 is going to be around the middle or end 2016 is going to be where small vendors are really, really going to saturate it, and this is when it's going to die. Now, what does it mean? Does it mean that e-commerce is going to die? No, just like video is not dead. However, if you want to cash in on trends, okay, as a product launcher or as an affiliate who promotes, okay, if you want to cash in on the trend, now is the time for e-commerce, now in the beginning of 2016, because once it starts dying, you gotta jump to the next trend. Now, people tell me, like, Tom, why would you go to trends and just make money based on trends? It's not a reliable business. Now, I'm not saying here I'm going to cash in on trends and rely or pretend that I'm doing something that I'm not doing. Not at all. Not at all, guys. What I'm saying is, while you do your reviews, while you do your internet marketing, business, CPA, whatever it is you are doing or interested in doing, you can always cash in on trends to first get your name out there quickly, to make a lot of money much easier than in any other topic because now it's hot, and 3, to build yourself a name quickly. Okay, jumping on trends online is a very smart thing to do from both an affiliate perspective and a vendor's perspective. Okay, this is how it's going to go. We know that in the end of 2016 things are going to start falling apart. So from a product launching perspective, now would be the best time to release unique, valuable products about e-commerce and create a potential $200,000 to $1 million business in launching this year, and it's totally possible. Okay, so how do you do that? You simply partner with someone who is doing e-commerce and you release the product. And I could get deep into the whole product launching stuff, but there's there's enough info out there about product launching. What I do recommend you is to find someone who is an expert in e-commerce and is looking to release his products, and you become basically the JV manager. It's really not hard. When I first started, I found Gorab, and we kind of partnered, and none of us were making like $3,000-4,000 a month online at the very best, and we both had strengths and weaknesses, and our strengths would complement each other, right, as partners. And I was creating products, he was marketing, and in other topics I was marketing, was creating products, and it's much easier than you think it is, okay, to partner with someone, how to approach them, who are they, why would they partner with me. Do not worry about that, forget about this. These are questions that you are the only one who's asking them. Trust me, there are plenty of people out there who are looking to partner and make money without doing a lot of work. And from a newcomer's perspective, okay, advantages of this trend / loophole, e-commerce, and what is going on with e-commerce right now, because it's a trend right now, and we're in the part where vendors are selling all these products. What does it mean, guys? It means that it's easier, and girls, it's easier to find coaches online in e-commerce because many people are doing it successfully. And 2, it's cheaper because there's a lot of competition, and many people are doing it and successfully. There's a lot of competition. Coaches lower their prices. Now is the time to learn about e-commerce because it's the cheapest you will ever have it, okay? And the easiest. 2, big variety of options to choose from in terms of learning. There are many products, many angles, you can collect a lot of information. When the trend is dead, there is not a lot of information about it, or if it's post-mortem, basically after it already died, you have outdated information and you don't have enough new information. So now when the trend is hot, you have a lot of options to learn e-commerce from. You know what I'm saying? And 3, more masterminds, more community, because it's very active right now. There are more masterminds, more community that will help each other, and basically just a lot more information and help out there. And 4, cheaper products. All the products about this are cheaper, okay, because there's a lot of competition. This is a massive advantage for the buyer, for the person who wants to learn e-commerce. If you want to learn e-commerce, now is the time. If you think about it, I am right, okay? I am extremely right in this. This is how it works. It's boring, it's sad, it's predictable, but it is how it works, and you gotta know how to cash in on these trends from both a product launching perspective and from a customer's perspective. This is what you need to do, okay? You have to cash in, you have to be smart, you have to be quick, okay? Now, what are drawbacks of this loophole, okay? Every loophole methods out there, okay, not the basics, but loophole methods are a time bomb. What this basically means is that when you have a loophole or a quick method, it's only a matter of time until you will have to move on to the next one. And that, like for example, a few months ago in Shopify, it was all about all these Star Wars and all those Star Wars and Jon Snow and I don't know what trends, okay, where you basically use a product that is already branded and you basically steal the product and sell it under your name. So what it means, people put on the shop a Star Wars necklace, then they just target Star Wars fans on Facebook and they suddenly make money, right? And that's a loophole because first off, it's illegal. It's not allowed, okay? I do not recommend doing that. It's illegal. And two, it was only a matter of time until Shopify and all those other platforms and Facebook started closing in on those. So if you do want to do that, something like that, it's a time bomb. You gotta work fast, okay? To make the most money right now. You gotta have a plan B in case, not in case, but when it goes down, you gotta have a plan B. And you gotta make the right connections with the right people in the process, with the leaders in that space, okay? Another drawback is information overload. Yes, it is possible. You will probably, if you're not very clear, and you can start buying too many products, too many methods, and there will be a huge overload. Very not pleasant, okay? Scammers. When it's hot, you know where the scammers are gonna be. The scammers are going to be where the money is, and this is another drawback. There are plenty of scammers at this time of the year. Let's call it that, okay? And competition in the exact same field, because there are many methods and many people who are doing that. The exact same method, the exact same shops. Because of all these products, it starts to get saturated and you have a lot of competition and you gotta start being more creative and whatnot. So it is also a drawback of trends and loopholes. So what is the plan? How do you make money from these loopholes? Okay, the plan is to attack from both sides. Is to cash in on the trend from both the vendor side and the action taker side. Okay, so what does it mean? A good example would be a guy named Mehdi Tihani. Okay, he's a guy who he's a guy who released he made like $50,000 in his first month with e-commerce and Shopify. Then released a product that sold almost $300,000 in sales. And now he's making money with e-commerce. So he cashed in on both of the trends, okay? And he's made a bunch of money. So if you want to cash in, to cash in on the vendor side, you either get results and insert those results into an information business, right? To start selling products. And that's when it's a win-win-win for you, for the affiliate and the customer. Okay? If you are not making results with e-commerce, if you are not an action taker, you partner for variety and uniqueness. You basically partner with someone who is an expert in e-commerce, which is what I did in Instant Income Profits and Newcomer Suite. Look, I'm doing my thing in e-commerce, but it's hard for me because I don't have a Facebook ads account. But I still want to cash in on the trend and provide a lot of value to the industry. So what I do is partner with people who are experts or who can provide massive, great solutions in the e-commerce niche because it's hot, so it's going to sell well. And this is how I'm cashing from both sides. Okay, so it's either partner or get your own product out there. There is no better time to rise above the competition and claim massive rewards than when you have lots of competition. Don't be afraid of competition. If there's a lot of competition, then this means that there is a lot of money to fight for. And if you can simply rise above all the competition and simply take all that money, you will be richer beyond what you've thought. Trust me, okay? Now, action taker. From the action taker side, there are lots of coaches, right? Means that there are lots of reviews about this coach has. And when there are lots of reviews, it's easier to find a quality coach. All you need to do is to open the Warrior Forum or Google all these intermarketing forums, Black Hat Forum, I don't know, digital media and all those, and simply search for reviews about these coaches. And it's easier to find a high quality coach because there are more reviews. So it's a great way to cash in. Right now is once again the best time to cash in as an action taker as well. Bigger communities, find all these groups and get as much as information about about e-commerce. Right now, I know there are like hundreds of e-commerce groups. They are free, open, and people are active in them in our space on Facebook. So all you need to do is search for e-commerce groups, and you will find, and trust me, and start doing your research about this information in these groups. Have a notepad open and just copy paste there and research as much as you can, and you will learn a lot. This is the best time to learn and to open connections and start connections, to basically have communities helping each other in e-commerce. On Facebook, really easy to find. Just go to Facebook and you'll find that. Very simple. Focus on cashing on the trend, but still build an evergreen stream. So here's what I was talking about. So example in Shopify e-commerce, which is what's hot right now, and was hot until 2 weeks ago. It's still pretty hot, but let's just keep talking. So trends, copyrighted stuff, which is what I told you about, which is the Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and all that, and Turtle Ninja and Legend of Zelda and all that stuff. And also another trend is free plus shipping, where you basically offer the product for free or for 1 cent, and you then offer only the price of shipping, which is like $8, $7, $9, but the price of the product is $1, so you're always in profit, and massive profit actually. So then this is a great way to cash in. So what happened 2 weeks ago is that Facebook ads started banning accounts that were offering free plus shipping even a month ago. Why? Because it seems like a scam. They found out that it's a loophole that people are using. So now people are doing it like 1 cent or half a dollar, something like that, $1, really low price, and still pay for shipping, pretty low, and that's how they get away with it for now. Okay, so you can cash in on this trend like free plus shipping, which is kind of dying right now, but the example is free plus shipping, and at the same time have a shop, okay, a niche stores with no copyright, good prices, okay, not just free plus shipping, good prices. You focus on branding and being in front of the audience, and really the focus on branding on evergreen. So you can have 2 shops, one niche store, which is great, and one cash in on the trends, have a lot of money quickly, tens of thousands of dollars quickly, to invest either in your other stores or just for yourself. Okay, so trends are a great way to make money really quickly, but you gotta have a plan for something evergreen at the same time. So a conclusion, okay, what you should do, in my opinion, if you don't have the ability to cash in as a vendor, okay, as a product launcher, get it from products, get it from reverse engineering competition, get it by following industry leaders in the subject, and just flat out be involved in that environment and consume. Guys, always I say that in internet marketing, you have to consume the environment. You have to be the average of all those industry leaders. You got to be involved with all those industry leaders. You got to sit with them, and if you can't sit with them, you got to listen to them, be on their webinars, buy their products, watch their funnels, consume everything you can from them, because over time you will become the average of all this information you consume. Then the better the information is, and the more high quality, the better you will be, and the more profitable you will be in the long run and in the short run as well. Okay, take imperfect action. Friends, don't focus about having the best store out there, about having the best copy for your launch, about having the best review out there, about having everything best. Take imperfect action. Make sure you deliver what is needed, and just do it fast, because I hope you know, money loves speed. So you gotta be extremely fast at all times. You gotta work fast, you gotta take imperfect action, and don't delay on making everything perfect. And reinvest in a coach who is in the position where you want to be. So you can have a coach which is, I don't know, making 6 figures a year. You can have him, and then you make 6 figures a year. Now you want to move to 7 figures a year. You're obviously not going to go back to that coach or any coach like him. You're going to have to go to a coach who makes 7 figures a year, and etc. So the idea is, and the whole point is, for you to reinvest in coaches all the time. Always reinvest on education. Spend as much as you can about education if possible. This is the most important thing you can do. Invest in yourself, invest in education. It's way more profitable investing in the next software or whatnot. Have a coach that will put you in the right direction. Now, I'm not saying here, guys, take my coaching. I haven't offered coaching for a very, very long time. My last coaching student was almost a year ago. He joined my coaching. So I do offer coaching now, but I'm pretty expensive, guys. So it depends what you want from me. And that's it, guys. This is to conclude this. Yes, reinvest in coaches. Consume as much information as you can from your environment, and take imperfect action. This is the best advices I could give you right now. I'm getting a little bit tired of this. I'm not used to doing these long videos with lots of content, but as you can see, guys, this is, let's admit it, if I were to sell this for $47, I might have made this slightly more step by step, okay? But it's the same content plus it's the same mind map. And instead of selling it for $47, which I don't regret, I really am happy that I'm giving it for you for free. But I'm giving you it for free and just trying for two reasons. One is to obviously benefit you, right? I want you to be more successful. I want you to be more successful, and I want it to be for goodwill. I really want it to come back to me at some point. That I just know that when I was a newbie, it was very hard to do stuff online, and I never ever had someone who just hand me something for free. And I'm not saying it's good to hand stuff for free. After all, we are in the selling niche, right? But it is nice when sometimes somebody is just thinking about you. And number two, I really want to brand myself, and I want more publicity to my review blog, because I know my review blog is high quality and I have a lot to deliver. I have a lot to teach about. I have a lot to deliver. I have a lot to teach. With my reviews, I have a lot of potential, a lot of potential to improve lives, and I want this blog to grow and to be more successful, so more people would be customers and more people would be readers, and just basically make this whole internet marketing industry a better place. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. I'll talk to you later, in tomorrow maybe. I'll have a review for you. I know we'll think about it. So Merry Christmas, guys. This is my Christmas gift for you. Okay, talk to you later.